Alright, so there's that move at the end of the day from the bottom of a range, looks like to the top of the range. We were on point today. Totally on point here. I have 12 different playlists of silent subliminal messages that are playing right now, different geared towards different areas of life. They play all the time, like they're on all day long, every day. You can't hear them, it's ultrasonics, but it puts the message right into your mind, or the affirmation right into your mind. It's actually way more effective than like if you could hear it. And I've been doing that for years. It's part of how I develop my abilities. Alright, so out of a decline, there's a move from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. We hit a resistance level. And then there's a move higher through resistance after the close, or right around the close, followed by a decline back down to that same price level. I think what there's these three Knights of Wands, 3 days in a row as a sneak preview card. It's like it's speaking of a rally that breaks down. Rally along a diagonal trend line that breaks down. So when we look at the 1 month, we have the unicursal tomorrow. We have it on the 1 day as well, right here in the morning. Sometimes when I see it in the morning, it speaks of like a gap down that's transpired overnight. And my sense is that that's probably the case here, because the other option would be that it would appear right before a sharp decline, and this is a pretty bullish day. When I look at the 1 month for tomorrow, is a pretty bullish day. We have a pretty strong material gain ruin and the unicursal here. This is bullish, this is bullish, this is off, establishes support and moves to the upside. So we're already halfway through. I mean, there is a chance that we go all the way back up to the top, but I think that's probably a little bit that would be a little bit outrageous. This is a pretty strong move to the upside. I may, in the reading, have interpreted it differently because I didn't understand the ruin yet. Not well enough. Hard to say. But you can see we have Ace of Wands, opportunity to open up a short position. Ace of Wands between roughly 11 and 12, right? Looks like we're a little bit off on timing, but this is an opportunity here. High middle of the day, and then we have a low down here between like roughly roughly 130, which is right on the ball with that. Then we had a bit of a turnaround. We had a low, then we attempted to establish to break through support, followed by, or excuse me, break through resistance, followed by support, breaking down through support, which is what we did. Right, that was the disappointment card, and then now we're in the midst of the strength card. We really could go, like it could happen that we go to back to where we were, like pre-market. We're almost there, really. So the other thing that this could, the Knight of Wands could be, it could have something to do with Putin. But, you know, because it's the Knight of Wands, it can be aggressive. There's 3 of them in a row. So it's significant in some way. There's a day trade in there for sure. Oop, that would have been a good day trade, short trade. Like I said, I don't trade during these, so I'm really trying to stay to avoid trading. I do have a straddle still. Was doing a little bit better earlier today. But my sense is unicursal, we have a sharp drop tomorrow, followed by a move to the upside. Well, and look out for the fake out first thing in the morning, guys. Yeah, there's a low and a high first thing in the morning. So that's probably that devil card doing some like whipsaw action, trying to shake people out. There's a big move off of the support to meet the high. It looks like all the way from the low to the high, it looks like. And then a high at the end of the day with a decline. I think it might have something to do with Putin. There's an agreement between there's an agreement between 2 leaders on the 28th. It would be nice if we see that drop there. I mean, it's possible, because if that's the way that I interpret it, it's more about manifestation than it is about seeing the future. I'm sure I've mentioned that to people before, so we could have a sharp drop here followed by a move to the upside again. Like that could have been the failed attempt to break through resistance. As a matter of fact, it probably was, because what I see a lot of the time with disappointment is that we're coming off a low, right? And we're looking to establish like a bullish mark, right? So like we passed the previous high or the previous crest, making it kind of like an indication that we would move higher, but we turn around and we break down. That happens quite a lot. 330. bell. I've got... I might do AMD. I'm not sure how I feel about the reading, so I'm going to take another look at it. I tried a different spread. It's like an abbreviated spread. I don't really like it too much. The GME's coming out for October. Google's coming out for October. Starbucks. SPCE. Tesla. Quite a bit. There's quite a bit coming out after the bell, guys. And then the next 2 days, starting from 7 p.m., the next 2 days are the Scorpio moon, which is the best time of the best moon lunar influence to do, at least for me to do readings under. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of readings. I'll get a few more Octobers out directly to November. There's no after this month starts readings coming out anymore. I'm tired of doing that. It slows me down. It puts me behind. I'd rather get ahead. So if you guys have something that you want to see that hasn't come out yet, you should probably let me know today, and then I'll see if I can do it. Yeah, probably opening down tomorrow is my sense, based on the combo between the Knight of Wands and the Unicursal in the morning. Also, there's a low in the morning and a high at the end of the day. There's a high in the morning too, but there's only a low in the morning. There's no low in the afternoon, from what I can tell. There's going to be a crest, or excuse me, there's going to be a trough somewhere around here, it looks like, but it won't be, I don't think it'll be major. And the Prince of Discs is really like sideways rotation along a key support level. So being that it's in the theme position for the day, it would likely be key support level on more than just a day chart. But it usually increases in bullish momentum as we move forward into the timeline. Also bound by range. We just saw that on the 23rd. Let's take a look there. The oppression card's another card that can be utilized for price levels a lot of the time, because it's like it's like a hard resistance or hard support, or both. So on the 23rd. Probably this one. And then let's see if that adds up. So we open lower tomorrow, bullish move out of the morning. Well, we'll probably have a little bit decline in the morning. There's gonna be like a whipsaw there in the morning, like an intentional fake out, shake out. So look out for that. It's not a time to trade. Trades are, it looks like the middle of the day and the end of the day. But I'm sensing a pretty big move after establishing support at a low for the day. I see a pretty substantial move to the upside. I think probably well, there's a breakout at the very end of the day, it looks like, to reach a high. There's a pretty big bullish move around 10 to 11. Another one between roughly like 2 and 3 o'clock. Another one out of a decline, it looks like, right before noonish. taking any questions you guys might have. So we have Mercury retrograde, go station direct, or Mercury go station direct on the 2nd, and then the full moon on the 9th. That big rally at the beginning of October, that's the solar eclipse pulling us. That's what the solar eclipse does. There's usually like a strong move to the upside before it. That's interesting because it's reverse. I mean, it's Mercury retrograde, so the trend is going to be going in like the reverse of what you would expect with the moons. Like, you know, we'll come out of retrograde and we'll be moving higher for a little bit. And on the 9th is the full moon, so normally you would see like a downtrend there, but because we're in retrograde, there's going to be some like real like kind of wacky behavior going on. That always happens. That's the one thing like you can expect from retrograde is like all rules are off the table. Like you think it's gonna bounce off resistance or break through and then test it. Like it'll either go straight through and keep on going, or it won't meet it and it'll turn around. Like you can't follow technical rules. Like everything's really off the table. Hey Philip, how you doing, man? Out of a decline, there's a big move from the bottom of the range to the top of the range. You could say it was here and it continues to go. If we go higher, you could say it was here and it continues to go higher. But there's like a failed attempt to break through resistance and followed by decline through key support. Right? We had another one here, which was the defeat card. No, sorry, this was the Ace of Wands. This behavior here, Ace of Wands. Defeat, disappointment, strength. I think we're probably going to see a push to the upside here. That's my sense. I mean, I got the Hermit card when I pulled it for the hurricane twice. So it's like stay at home. That's what it's telling me. I think this is going to be a pretty serious storm season. I'm not so sure that this storm is going to be that big of a deal. Jeez, I wanted to do something. Go in one direction, my god. so I'm gonna be doing like I'm gonna do a lot of readings. I'm actually gonna do some November readings too, over there because it's such an opportune influence, lunar influence, the Scorpio moon. So, and it's so close to the new moon too. So I'm gonna still do a few more Octobers. I'll probably put AMD out. I'm not sure. When I looked at it, I was like, eh. I did an abbreviated version of the spread to save some time, and I don't really like it. So I may put that out. I got GME for October, Google for October, Starbucks for October, Tesla for October, and I'm pretty sure I did SYAXF. I just forgot to check it off. No, I didn't. What did I just do? I think it was Starbucks, actually. Yeah, but so that's quite a few coming out. And I'll have a few days where I could still do a few more, so if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know. Guys, if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. One thing that would really help benefit the channel is if you share this live stream with somebody right now, somebody that you think it would help, that would definitely benefit the channel. These lives are pretty good for exposure. I feel like it gives us better, something about the algorithm works better for us. No questions, guys? There we go. Last few minutes. We should meet a resistance level. We can mark it off as truce. Probably break through it in the post market and then come back down through it. So that rune's really a bullish rune, but because I interpreted it differently, I got it kind of like a blurred thing going on here. I probably interpreted a sharper drop here and then a move higher, based on what I used to think this rune meant, but really this is speaking of a move to the upside. There needed to be some decline though, because we have the strength card, which is a move to the upside out of decline. Any questions? If you just hopped on, we're taking questions. If you have anything you want me to look at, anything that you want me to do a reading on for October, it's kind of like this is probably the final time to ask. So I guess I'll go through one more time here. I think we have probably a gap down tomorrow morning based on the unicursal. Sometimes when you see it in the morning, that's what happens. There's a gap down. It could also be a sharp drop right first thing in the morning, based on the fact that, or it's probably both actually, because we have a low and then a high here, both really, really early in the morning, and there's a trade opportunity there, cash out opportunity there actually. So I'm thinking probably on the low side. We might go a little lower. There should be a pop early morning after like we decline for a bit. There should be a pop up early morning, and then trade opportunities around a move out of a decline, and then a reversal between like 11 and 1. So like a move out of a decline and then a reversal. Probably come back down to whatever support level we pushed off of. Here, and then there should be a notable move to the upside, followed by a decline off of it, followed by a breakout. There's going to be quite a bit of erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level here in the last hour. Jeez. Look out, because there's that unicursal there, guys. Just look out for that. This is probably a pretty hard drop here on the 29th. Yeah, I mean, it lines up with the Hermit card, so there'll be a excuse me, there'll be a critical support level that we break down through. Love to see that go down right now. That would be awesome, even though I probably said the opposite. I don't know. I don't go back and look at them again. Appreciate it, block for XRP. I mean, I probably would. The 25th, it looks like early on the 25th, is probably, what is that right there? Yeah, that's probably where you want to get out. So, I mean, there's a crest, there's a move off rotation, off of support, and then a move to end that rotation, but it's followed by a drop. I mean, it's kind of like an interesting place to decide that. Block, it's a little bit interesting. Oh yeah, if you go to tarotfortraders.com, There's the services tab, and you can get there's a general reading there under the services tab. You could just book it there if you want. Or if like the times available don't work because it's a really small window, you can message me. We'll figure it out. So I'd wait for I'd probably wait for there's a fast sudden move higher marking the end of a period of rotation tomorrow, roughly. I would wait for that fast sudden move higher. But the thing is you don't want to wait too long because the indolence card speaks of a very quick opportunity before a decline. So like you can miss it like this. Like that's the indolence card telling you there's a peak or an opportunity at a crest or a peak, but it's gonna be gone like that. And then we have rally next month. That offers an opportunity to open up a short position. Oh, I'm looking at October. I should be looking at September. Sorry, man. Looking at October. Forget everything I said. I'm like, why is that? It's like everything looked like it was off by a day. I'm like, this is interesting. Okay, see, now that makes more sense. Although I'm not sure that's the one. Yeah, see, that's the one I used. And look how I did it over again, and they both had a high in the same place. That's like so concise. I would wait till tomorrow. And I would either position yourself in both directions or I would take profits. Simple enough. I'm like, why is he asking me about that on this? Like, it's not the right time, but I was looking at the October one. I'm like, that makes more sense. So, yeah, I would say you want to wait till the 27th to get out or position yourself. I don't know if you can do a short of XRP or not. Is there a way to do a short? Does anybody know? Because if you could, it might make sense to do both. I'd probably just take... Okay, yeah. So I would wait till tomorrow to take profits. There's a swing trade opportunity indicated tomorrow. There's a high correlation indicated tomorrow. Hopefully that helps, Black. Yeah, you got it, man. Appreciate your support, dude. That. Yes, thank you. So we broke through the resistance. It wasn't after the close. We broke through the resistance right there, and now we're falling. And that'd be that. What's it called? That. And oh, by the way, bottom of the range, top of the range. Well, I guess you could say that would be the top of the range, but this is still a pretty strong move. Like, as far as from the bottom of the range to the top, I'd say that's a range. This is a pretty strong resistance here. So we broke through for a second. Now we're on our way down. That's the Knight of Wands. It's a fast, sudden move higher, followed by a decline through a diagonal support level that we were rallying along, increasing in volatility as we move forward in time. Probably 25 cents, maybe. I mean, everything's going to take a pretty strong hit, not just the cryptos. Like, everything's kind of going along the same pattern, which is really fishy to me. It's really fishy. Go. You guys have anything that you want to see me, any readings that you want to see, like any tickers that you want to see an October reading for? I'm doing the last of the October readings tonight. I mean, they'll come out over the next few days, but as far as photographing them, I'm doing the last of those tonight. Yeah, but see, that's not right. Like, there should be things that are doing well and things that aren't doing well. Everything's doing poorly. That's very fishy. It's like there's a land grab or a wealth grab going on right now. I mean, that would go hand in hand with what's making it fishy, you know what I mean? Everything's cheap except for the dollar. Whoever's got the dollars is buying cheap. DXY. I'll add that one. DXY. There's also some other ones that were requested that I didn't get to yet. Let's see. GTII, RBLX, OXY, VINU I want to do. We got to do Capital One. I got most of the requests done, it looks like. Alright, I'll take care of that. Anything else you guys want to see before I head off? I'll grab some water and I'll give you guys a minute to respond. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Philip. That's something a lot of I've seen that frequently actually when you have when you have a unicursal in the morning like that. It could also mean that there's a big drop first thing in the morning. It's probably both, to be exact. I mean, it looks like it's probably both, based on the sneak preview card from today, and the fact that we have a high and a low, a devil card, and the unicursal. The devil card's going to be like a whipsaw, intentional shakeout, fake out right there around the open. Probably. There's going to be a high and a low there. It's hard to see which one's going first, but there's going to be a high and a low there. And probably a drop off of the high. Doesn't mean there won't be a low before the high, but there's going to be a sharp drop probably off that high. Opportunity at a trough midday, followed by just a little while afterwards. An opportunity. Well, that could be one opportunity there. Tomorrow's going to be a while, like a chop, like I don't know how to put it. It's a pretty hectic day. There's a lot of conflicting stuff going on. The Prince of Discs is sideways rotation, like back and forth, and then a little bit more bullish at the end usually. But yeah, that's my sense. Gap down. When we look at the 1 month, the unicursal right there. We have it again at the end of the day. I think the 29th is probably a hard drop. But tomorrow should be a move to the upside, is my sense, at least notable at some part of the day. Yeah, you got it, man. Alright guys, I'm gonna head off. So look out for those readings that are coming out. I guess I might as well do AMD. It's ready to be recorded. AMD, Google, GME, Starbucks, SPC, TSLA. There's quite a few coming out. So cheers guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, when you make that money,